Yes. 20 plus 27 plus 2 for flank, plus 1 for Huzzah, plus 1 for plus 3 for Bard Song, minus 4. I really could have used that. I could use a morale bonus here. So that's 30. I have a plus 30 to hit, so the rest of them are all just roll for 20s. Yeah. Okay. So AC 64.
Yeah,
On the quick and true strike shot.
Yes, wham! Right in the back of the head as it's turning around to face Murgovane.
Does it take acid damage?
It does.
Okay, so 2d8 plus 2d6 plus 15 plus 4 plus 15 plus 4 plus 8 plus... Oh shit, that's not... There's more damage there. Wait a sec. I think I've got 5d6 sneak attack. No, 66 sneak attack. 66 sneak attack. So 98 damage.
Oh. 98, so 99 plus 80, 179. Okay. The arrow's stuck like kind of in his spine.
Yeah, boy. I'm going to then attempt to dispel whatever his blow a circle spell is.
Mark is chiming in. If Dragon's AC is high, Murgovane has Destined Strike 5 times per day, which gives him a plus 6 to 1.
It's not high, Mark. It's stupid. It is. He could almost adventure with us. That's how high his AC is.
Well, first you have to subdue the dragon. We're the greater beings here. Now put on the muzzle and fly me to Terra's Lead. I want to show off my new mount. Mush. Yeah, it's being schooled right now. Why you guys are just waltzed into our Ymeri with such brazen disrespect.
Okay, caster level 16? Is there anything that's caster level 16?
The dragon, I'm going to copy pasta. It's CL.
17. I know it is because I heard the math that you were using for the other spells.
Yep.
That didn't have anything that came from an item.
Nope.
Let me just...
Well, it has items that have effects on it, but it's not spells. It's like he has something that's protecting him from fire that comes from an item, so it's not a spell.
I'm just going to quickly look at Dispelling Strike.
Yep.
Just because I believe it just acts as per.
Yep. Where? Shaking his head around. That arrow looks like it hurts. Kind of right in the base of the skull. All right, then you've got a flurry of other.
Yeah, so it only affects spell effects, so it does not work against items. Okay, so then I've got the rest of my arrows. That seemed to work. My bonus to hit was 50 or plus 30. I will. So it's haste attack, rapid shot, next attack, critical threat, but can't do.
Yeah, he's got magical protections. You're pretty sure there's a shield spell in there. Yep. Grizak.
I'm gonna use a mythic point to cast Dispel Magic Greater on him.
Okay.
Greater Dispel Magic Greater sounds awesome.
All right. So as a swift action, a greater.
Yes. So that is
Dispel Magic goes off on him. What's your caster level?
13, 14, 15, 16.
16 is 4 spell effects. Roll your d20 plus your caster level.
27.
27 minus 11 is 16. He's 17th level caster.
Fuck! Is there anything? Don't give me a fucking boat. Wait. 1d6 surge.
You could surge on this roll.
My surge.
Oh, yeah. Bye bye, Spell Dragon.
Roll the d6 because
roll d6.
it's funny.
There we
That's
go.
good enough.
Good
Yeah,
enough.
you dispel 18th level magic on this dragon. He is not an 18th level caster, so his greater invis goes down, his shield goes down, his mage armor goes down, and I think the glitter dust goes away.
Oh, son of a bitch, that's all he had? Shit!
Oh no,
well,
sorry.
the Shield of Law.
The shield of law goes down. Let me just.
Like, if you didn't target, it just starts from the top and works its
Then
way down.
it's-
So the shield and mage armor might still be up.
Then it's Oh fuck! No, there's another
Powerful
spell in here.
spells.
So
Oh, his C and Viz.
yeah,
You
shield of
dispelled
law.
his permanent C and Viz.
Oh, he's pissed.
Oh, Zyra's very hidden now, by the way.
What was the other spell he had? He had shield of law, see invis, mage armor, shield,
Yep. Glitter dust.
the glitter
I-
dust. Yeah.
Unless he's trying not to hit the glitter dust.
No, I didn't hear that. So,
No.
shield of law gone. His permanency invisibility gone. The glitter dust is gone, and then it's a roll off between shield and mage armor. So, in alphabetical order, the shield is gone.
Hey, +4 to hit for everybody. And +8 for the chaotic people.
Okay, so his AC goes down by 4.
Whoops. So was that? So it's a swift action to use my mythic point to cast a spell.
Mm-hmm.
So I still have a standard.
Yes.
Yes.
I love it. Okay.
Grizak just threw a like for the baffle
God power.
Well, yeah, he threw a 10th circle spell at the effectively you're doing a quicken greater dispel.
Yep.
Oh, wow! Gotta be careful with that one. Now what's his? We said fire. Said not fire. What gets this guy? Lightning, cold, lightning,
Acid hurting against
acid.
him.
Let's do acid.
Grizak's hilarious. Which one?
Let's see what we're gonna do here. Is his shield still running or mage armor?
Shield is gone. Mage armor is running.
I'm
But
using.
you would need to. Do you have arcane sight up?
Not
Then a
yet.
bunch of magic went poof. You don't
Yeah.
know.
There's a bunch of sizzling and popping as your it does look like the magic is fading away. His roar and annoyance also gave way that he's not happy his spells are down.
Okay. Let's.
Murgovane, does he take damage from cold?
We're all resist cold.
Okay, so the minor aura of cold that the dragon is exuding does not bust through your resists.
No.
This is what happens when you have 8 rounds to prepare
Yes.
for a known foe.
Right. Well, yeah. The whole. Oh, he came to the thing. Well, let's go to his house then.
Okay, so Grizak's going to move to here,
Okay.
and then he's going to. I'm gonna do Storm Step, which basically I turn into a lightning bolt, and I travel this far. 25.
Oh, he's got a reach of 20 and you're 25 feet away. Boo.
Hold on, 25 plus 5 per 2. Oh, fuck. 13, 14, 7, 35. 60 feet. I can only go 60 feet. How much should I go? No, I can't go that far. It's gotta be a straight line. Okay, I'll just use my powers then. Fuck it. Sorry. I'm gonna use the Lightning Lord power. I'm just gonna straight hitting with a straight lightning bolt right up the ass.
Lightning.
Yes.
Okay, give me an SR check. The dragon has SR.
27.
27. The lightning washes over his scales, and you failed by. If the caster's level check to penetrate the dragon's resistance fails by 5 or more, you failed by 4, so it's not reflected back at you.
Wow.
which just simply washes over his glittering silvery scales. Okay, that was Grizak's turn. I know. I think you did your damage. It's called
Greater Spell, Mythic Point, Mythic Surge, all the things.
Zeta. You actually are 1 pip. She's 1 pip faster than the last is Budra-Zukir.
Oh, it's very close to me. Why is it so close to me? We're going to not be so close.
Don't stand so close.
Come here! Come here! Grizzly holds his shirt up, his kilt. Come in! Come on!
Don't stand. They can play Heidi Kissy Poo behind the columns.
Kilt of invisibility.
We're gonna cast Greater Invisibility.
Okay.
And we're gonna scooch around a little bit. We're just gonna scooch.
Cowards! Thieves! The last of the Budra-Zukir.
Is it Slippery Golem or the Budra-Zukir?
No, it is Budra-Zukir. Slippery Golem. Yep, it's Budra-Zukir, Cade, then Mithril Golem. At the top of the next round.
Yeah, the Budra-Zukir showed up and then Cade didn't attack it. He was like, I got the Golem bias, which is not bad.
Well, the Golem is a...
It hits hard. Why it hits so hard, I don't know.
It's got crazy... fucking hits really hard.
Decent DR.
I can switch, but it's almost
Hey,
dead, so...
Hey buddy, how you doing? Are you happy about your life right
No,
now?
I
no,
give
he's
up,
not.
I will serve you.
Nope. He's gonna try at least 1 full round action.
Breathe paralysis breath on me. Harm me!
Well, he doesn't know what spells you're running, so he is going to full round attack Murgovane and then quicken breath on Murgovane and on Cade.
Does that get the...
You know what? Quicken breath first because I could coup de grace people if they're paralyzed.
Okay. The paralysis breath won't do anything to the goal.
But isn't it cold?
It's a paralysis or cold. It's gas. It's like paralysis gas.
It's either? Oh, you dick.
Yep. The breath weapon is a 60-foot cone.
The good dragons are actually more powerful than the evil dragons. They've got really good abilities.
And it didn't know where Zyra was, right?
Nope.
It could have angled its cone to get Zyra, but it just doesn't know, so it goes straight out in front of it, and Zyra's like, oh, got a little bit close to that. There's all sorts of strange numbing gas. The fort save for this is... $30.
Okay. Both of our boys have freedom of movement.
I want to roll it just to know.
Yeah.
It could have done this!
You could also undo the freedom of movement too, so...
Is this a spell-like ability?
It is
No.
a dragon breath weapon.
No.
It's,
Let's
yeah,
play
well,
a game of
admit it,
silly
maybe.
bugger over here.
I would've made it.
20 plus 4 plus 2 plus 2, 46 from Murgovane.
Okay. So,
Murgovane.
alright, neither one of you were impacted by that. He can breathe again in 1d4 plus 4 rounds. 5 rounds.
So happy that was a quicken one.
Fuck.
That
Okay,
coup de
and then
grace,
his
really
full round
bad.
attack on Murgovane.
y'all want a single save like that.
Okay, the bite. AC 51.
D6.
Image.
Okay.
Chew claws. AC 43, AC 59.
D5.
Not critical.
D5, D4.
a
Nope,
Murgavane,
D5.
and an image.
Okay.
Okay, so 1 claw.
Does
And
he have good damage or does he have good claws? Or, sorry, evil claws?
no, 24 damage before damage reduction.
So 19 damage gets through?
And then
He's
your
immune to a little bit of
protection,
cold.
yeah, your protection eats a little bit of cold. Then it's the tail slap. AC 48.
It's D4 now.
Image.
Okay.
And then the 2 wings.
Fuck.
Oh, that should be 38. So 43 and 53.
Okay, we're at D3s now.
So it's a... No, the first one's a miss.
No, it's plus 10 higher. I missed
Oh,
it.
sorry.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a hit, obviously. And then D3 again.
So the first one does 15
10
damage. So 10 damage after damage reduction. And the second wing
Yes.
does 14 damage before damage reduction.
So 9 damage after damage.
Alright, the dragon rears up and tries to basically bowl over Murgavane. It's clawing and ripping, and there's a terrible fight as Murgavane is trying to hold back the dragon's attacks and trying to get in close with his sword so that it has to push backwards. At one point, the dragon, with its might, is pushing against Murgavane, and Murgavane is pushing back against the dragon and holding his own. Tails flicking as these two colossi on the field of reptilian might are clashing. There's a great
chickens.
There's a great
Chicken versus turkey.
There's a great cacophony as Grizzx in the back making jokes. I think he's going to quicken a.
He quickened his breath.
He quickened his breath. Fuck. Yeah, I think that's it then. Quicken breath, full round, 5-foot step.
Does he have Marthic?
Chicken's butt for some eggs.
Nope, he's just a big ass cranky dragon. Cade.
Let's try to destroy this thing.
He is fairly cranky.
Fuck you, dragon! He only sees the gold. He only sees the gold
and punching
dragon.
the golem.
3 hits.
3 hits against the golem. Whoom, whoom, whoom. It's melting and kind of falling down.
2 more hits.
5 hits total. Whoom, 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 whoom.
There's one more. I'm not going to roll it. Let's just see how it goes. 10 d8.
Come on now, maybe you can roll 1.
5. Yeah, exactly. 20. Yeah, I think this thing's fucked. 179 damage.
Yes, the liquid golem, finally you pull back your fist on your last attack as it almost got stuck into the golem as it turned into something completely solid, and then it just starts breaking apart. Your dwarven heart basically sinks when some of the golem actually evaporates, but there is a significant portion of mithril that remains behind with its
We don't
destruction.
get like 10,000 pounds of mithril.
No, it's more like 50,000 gold pieces worth of mithril.
That's a good amount. Good job, boys. Fuck this dragon. Alright, Zeta, you were right.
It is made from 3,000 pounds of mithril is the other way of doing it. And other precious metals worth a total of 50,000. So, yeah, we'll say 3,000 pounds of mithril is on the field.
So...
Full plate for everybody.
That might be a significant portion of the dragon sword. Alright, so that was Cade.
I'm wondering, you know the hop that the monks can do? Dimensional hop?
Yep.
Is that a move action?
I believe so.
The move
But
action.
you just took a full round action, so
Fuck. Yes. Fuck.
okay.
Cade uses a mythic point. to get a
The
move
Mythril
action.
Golem has been defeated. I will erase it from the initiative sheet. Zyra, who is hiding and watching her companions just destroy.
That is how she gains XP.
Go, guys, go! Go, guys, go!
No, that's Zeta. Zeta's just
Just lurking.
don't worry, you feel protected and safe.
My power is voyeurism. Or I mean, voyeurism. I'm the grand voyeur.
So the dragon has effectively breathed.
Yep.
So Zira is going to basically move up behind Murgavane and ready a heal spell if he looks too beat up.
Okay, he doesn't have see invisibility anymore, so you can make your stealth check as you're moving throughout the battlefield.
Yep.
Now you get your +20,
Yeah, boy. This is
and you can hide from dragon senses. So that this is
Yes.
this is insane.
Ha 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 ha. 59. I rolled a 2.
59 versus his
He might see me. Uh-oh.
53. He doesn't. He's got other things to be concerned about than a sneaky Zyra. Did you cast a spell or anything, or you're just moving?
I'm readying to cast a heal spell on Murgavane if he looks too.
Okay.
Basically, if he takes over 100 damage, he's getting healed.
Murgavane.
Where is gonna teach a dragon how to be a bitch? Bam. Well, that didn't come out right, but
I
you know
know
what I
that
mean.
did not. He's gonna spank a dragon.
This is how you're a bitch. Watch and learn.
I believe the kids
It's
don't
more
say
like
that.
a low reptilian growl as he comes flashing forward with his strange
Yeah, or that.
reptile reflexes.
44.
Impossible strength behind his furious blade goes slashing in
He's
towards
got,
the dragon's
Mark was
gullet.
saying something about a +6
Oh,
doing something.
is there a nat 20 possibility here? Let's confirm that. 8 plus 44 is 52. Is that a crit confirm?
Its
Yeah.
AC is 48 right now, so that's a confirmation on a critical hit.
Okay, and he's got 2 more attacks.
Ahmed. He doesn't get his second attack is not is like I think it's is it the same?
This is haste, dude.
Drake
No, I mean-
man! 19 months, man! Tempest Fugit. Holy crap.
His
Thanks-
second
thanks for the
attack is
sub.
4 lower than his first attack.
So 58
Good to see you out,
48.
boss.
So,
So
I think 48 does hit.
does hit. So
Does
confirm.
48 hit, Marty?
AC 48 is exactly his AC after the shield spell went down.
Okay, so 44. So his second attack would be 39, correct?
Yeah.
So why is his haste attack less?
Because he's got Furious Focus. So he doesn't take a
Okay.
power attack penalty on the first attack.
Got you. So 39 with Fierce Focus becomes 35 for.
Okay, so that's a hit and then a critical.
crit, and then a miss.
You should look at his Destined Strike thing. I don't know when it can
That's
apply
the
it
thing
or
that
not.
Mark was trying to talk about. But
Yep.
the rules were. I was trying to ask what rules were happening. Destined Strike. As a free action up to 3 times per day, you can grant yourself an insight bonus equal to half your Blood Rager level, minimum 1. So
Okay, it's +6.
free action 3 times per day. So on 3 attacks, and it's a free, so you could do it on the same attack, like on the same round.
Okay, so his next one is going to be +30 and 48. I'm not gonna bother doing that. We're just gonna see how this goes. So let's do the 1d100. 87.
Oh, that's not good for the dragon.
So the first one is 2d8 plus 52. Love you too, Drake. Love you too. Say hi to the man from South Korea. I assume it's a man, I don't know. Boy, yes, it is a man.
Roll damage, Omen.
Fuck this conversation. Let's shift the gears.
So what's 87?
87 is an amazing critical with a D3 to a random ability score.
Oh,
Okay.
it's a death crit. I got it.
So,
Charisma,
1, 2,
not
3,
good for a
4.
caster,
Not good for.
Okay.
and only 1 charisma damage.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it becomes 8d8. 3, it means 156. So 208.
Numbers are being.
243
He
damage. after
slashes.
hits.
And then slashes again with the amazing critical.
Wait a sec. What is it? Does he have a ×3 crit multiply weapon?
No, it was amazing crit.
Right. So it should be
Two
×3.
amazing- Yeah.
So
52.
8d6 is not divisible by 3.
Yes, because there's the original hit as well.
Okay, so that is 4 hits.
There's 4 hits in there.
So the first hit is. Jesus Christ. Does he have more than 150 hit points left?
Yes, barely.
Okay, so Ahmed is making it hard for me.
He has 400 and.
Give me a second.
So the
60
first
hit points.
the
So
first strike was
give me a
56
second.
damage.
208 divided by 4 is 52. So you have
Okay.
52 times 3 plus 6 plus 6 plus 4 plus 2 plus 8 plus 5. Does he have more than 187 damage or hit points left?
Yeah, give me a second. I gotta do some math on my end. So he's got 460 hit points minus the 179 he already had. He had 281 hit points left.
So he's not no save or die,
Okay.
but there's more hits.
There's one more hit.
Well, yeah. Now that I have the calculator open, 179 plus 243 is 422.
One more hit. We're at 35. So we're at. Did I roll
Impossible! Too strong!
Last hit. This is free action taking the Destined Strike. 50. Suck a dick. Sorry, we're gonna have to cut that one out, I guess.
61
61
is
damage.
483. He's at minus 23, and the dragon has 25 con.
Ooh, we can save his dumbass.
Oh, too quick! The massive, the massive beast kind of half falls, half slinks to the ground. His head hits the cobbles or the ancient stone floor with a resounding thud. Renee can still see the arrow that you stuck into the back of its head.
You could probably take the gold.
And I helped. Holy fuck.
We'll go to the end of the round. Renee, what are you doing?
Is it still breathing?
Yep. You can see its nostril kind of flaring a little bit. It's a gargantuan creature. You could see, like, you can hear its breathing.
Are we killing it? He's gonna wander up to it and ready to put an arrow into it if it moves.
Okay. Grizak?
Oh, I wonder what a disintegrate would do to something like this.
Its scales are valuable, says Zeta.
Well,
Don't you have a spell that requires dragons?
yeah. But I don't care about that. Grizak, is he stable?
No. He's bleeding.
Like-
all over the place.
Okay, Grazak. Grizak will stabilize.
Does its SR apply?
Is it alive?
Oh, he'll do a heal check.
Yeah, the thing is about to bleed out. It's on the verge of bleeding out. So Grizak's going up to it and casting a stabilize.
Can
Let me have a look at
I
SR and
do a heal
stabilize.
check?
This is interesting. If it didn't, do creatures when they're passed out have their SR still? You have to actually take an action to drop it. So yeah, you have to make a caster level check to stabilize it with a spell.
It'd be hilarious when you turn your stabilize on yourself. Oh God!
Oh yeah.
I'm so stable.
It didn't work.
I'll do a heal check next round.
Zeta? It's going to be pissed off if we let it live. She floats over. Do we take a vote?
Kid's like, good thinking.
Let me just check to see. She could modify its memory.
Wait, you want to do an SR check? How did we get here?
It doesn't remember who attacked it. That's hilarious. Because it has only been a minute, maybe 2.
Mm-hmm.
Is there an SR check for this?
Yeah.
I have an evil thought, she says. We could make it forget. She has modify memory?
Mm-hmm.
Is what she says. I'll make it forget.
What about your own memory? You saw what happened to my stabilize.
Oh, right. Your stabilize actually rebounded onto Grizak.
Yeah, if you fuck up, you're gonna forget that I'm your own one and only lover.
You're disgusting.
Do we have any protection from chaos?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I think I
So
have that
Zeta is
shit.
just waiting. The last of the Budra-Zukir does not stabilize. It loses a hit point.
Chaos.
Cade?
It's not
let's
regenerating or anything?
Nope.
See, Cade's gonna walk over and do just give me a second. A heal check, I think.
Okay. Cade rips off some of his non-magical like robe, and stuffing it into a wound that Murgophane made.
Does the spell turning affect shadow magics?
Not 20.
Possibly.
I think that thing's stable.
Yep, Cade, you stuff enough of your cloth and clothing into its massive wounds from Murgophane, and it's now stable.
Grizak's belly's being compared to Cade. Like, oh yeah! Oh! What are you doing? Oh yeah, you getting compared to this.
Alright, the last of the Budra-Zukir has been defeated and lies at your mercy upon these ancient steps.
So if we modify its memory enough, maybe we could trick it. It'll be like, oh yeah, I remember you guys from my childhood, and then we like let me ride you around and then go fight the shadows.
You guys know what this means, right? We're gonna be feasting on chicken and mud lizard for a while. Long while.
And we're not eating it.
Chicken though.
It is sentient, at least while this beast is alive.
So is the owl.
That is what I was referring to.
This
The owl should be okay.
This thing is dangerous to leave alive, says Murgophane.
This thing is very important for fighting the shadows. We should take what we need, wake it up, and let it wake up on its own. It will be able to heal itself.
It knows about artifacts, says Zeta. It'd be a shame to have its knowledge disappear.
Well, then let's modify its memory.
Fuck
As you
it.
said.
Can I borrow that thing around your... Do you have something that grants a +1 caster level to any spell?
Yeah, Grzak takes it and gives it to her.
Okay.
Moonstone.
She puts the Iron Stone around her head and...
Now, here's the thing about the whole... Is there a way... Like, what would happen if you hit yourself with your own modified memory? Like, because it's... like it's not a short-term spell. To, like you have to do stuff for a long period of time. You know what I mean? Like you need to be doing the thing to change the memory.
Just unless you don't realize it's your own memory.
You modify in as many as 5 minutes of its memories.
It's 1 round to cast, and then it's 5 minutes of. Like,
Well, it is gonna see it's destroyed golem, so we're gonna have to clear that shit out.
Yeah, you it may not do anything to yourself if it's because you need to root around, right?
right. You have to act like it. You need to be maliciously doing stuff once you're inside. Alternately, we could have Zyra like possess the dragon and then just have a dragon body.
Does Zyra suggest that?
No. Adam thinks about it though.
That's awesome. I think that's very awesome.
How is that not the coolest shit ever?
We could borrow it. There is another possibility.
Well, I was just about to cast my spell, she says. She's turning visible so people can see.
Well, I could borrow his body.
Ah! Wait, what do you mean? Kid's
Like-
that is brilliant.
Like what you did with the crazy woman that lived in your
Yes.
house, says Mergovain.
Yes.
What? I
just
missed some
don't-
really good shit, didn't I?
I'm not certain what I would do with him. once I have
Zeta
him.
says, "Do it." If I had that
Yeah.
spell, I would have done it already.
You gotta calm yourself down there, sweetie.
It only lasts for.
She
it only lasts
took
for-
a step away from Grizak. You are so repulsive.
It only lasts for a number of hours, and it'd be very dangerous to try to repossess.
It would be a good chance for us to negotiate with the dragon. These plans are not mutually exclusive, she says as she cracks her knuckles and...
Yeah, give it a try.
Okay.
We'll start with the.
As you guys are like, tee playing with the dragon body.
We'll
Grizzak's got his mouth, like his jaw open, like,
Yeah.
I'm a dragon.
So you're playing
Alright.
with its mouth.
So,
Your protection spells are basically like glowing blue, as
being around
the dragon does have like a cold aura, but you guys are all protected and
So
high level
Zyra's-
adventures.
We're horrible bastards. Excuse me. Does it have any resistancy looking item on it, or does it have items on it?
It has items.
Not anymore.
Okay.
Strip.
So you're finding gems and things tucked away, and a necklace, and you're like a little like coat, and you're taking all that stuff off. Okay.
Yep. We're just making sure it doesn't have any other bonuses like that. Okay.
You
'cause
find
there's
you find a small dragon hoard worth of personal items.
All right.
This
Well,
dragon may have abandoned the concept of a huge hoard long ago and put it all into a mithril golem and its personal items.
Additionally, it was hanging out with dwarves. He probably has like a little mini hoard at wherever he's supposed to have all his little trinkets.
He's got all his money in a bank.
All right. So we've got 4, 5, 6 attempts at this.
Okay.
And we need 1 for the bird, or we have to kill the bird. So, we need to get the bird too, right? So, yeah. Or we have to keep it knocked out for a few days. We have to be here, like, just camp out, punching the dragon once in a while.
Hey, it's twitching! Bang!
Alright. So, cracking SR.
Its SR is 31.
I believe we've got some form of. Elves have a +2 on cracking SR, I believe.
Yep. And then you get the
Okay,
plus
so it's
1 from
+3.
the Ironstone.
Yeah. So 1d20 plus 16. So the first one doesn't go.
Okay. She kind of shakes her head. It's like a little bit of a bewildering thing.
Second one doesn't go.
What was I doing again? Oh yeah, she says.
third one doesn't go.
She could use mythic points if she's really close, but
Yeah, I used a lot.
The fourth one doesn't go. 31?
31.
Alright, will save now. Oh, it's unconscious.
Yep.
So it's willing.
Yep.
Cool. Alright, so you're going to
Wait a minute, does that mean the possession automatically works?
It's unconscious. So it's willing. Oh, well, it can't be unwilling. So we could just keep the body, we just have to beat it up every Just stand there and get pummeled. You steal the dragon body.
Alright. Okay, it now, she sifts around for a little bit. There we go. It does not even remember us entering the hall.
Alright, excellent work. We need to clean up this golem. And you gotta do the same thing with the bird.
Yeah, yes.
She smiles like,
Good work.
yeah, Zeta's getting a kick out of this. You notice her smile is weird. She clenched her jaw, and her jaw had like a very
And shape to it.
manly shape to it for a brief moment. Like it was Evander's jaw for a moment.
Vander was more mean than Zeta.
Oh, Evander was a spiteful fucking thing.
Yeah.
Reason's like, whoa! Me like it. Yeah.
I still don't trust Widget, is what she says as the two of you walk over to Uro to do bad things to its memory. He's gonna betray us. We cannot.
Cade accompanies them.
He's a tool of you know what.
Cade's ready to strike the thing if
The
it
same logic could be used against
somehow
you.
gets up.
Just because you know shadow magic does not mean you're of her.
Just because he knows shadow magic doesn't mean he's of her as well.
The elf and the dragon and elf shadow gave Widget power. You heard our Ymeri. He is guarding the gifts of the old gods and the new powers.
What language are they speaking?
Hi, Elven.
Okay.
Actually, no, Cade's there. They're just speaking in common.
Renee mentioned a book. A book that he read,
Yes?
that you helped him unlock. You helped Renee unlock this book that he could not unlock on his own.
We didn't know what it was at the time. That's what she says. And I don't judge books by their covers, unless they're very nice books covered in gemstones.
Okay. Hear that.
Okay.
You keep seeming to forget.
I
Gold Dragon said he was glad that someone someone else took her power.
He said that
wasn't
to
her
us
agent.
after I tried to dominate him.
Yes. Doesn't change the fact that he thinks he's good-hearted or spirited.
I don't trust him.
To be perfectly honest, I don't trust him either, but
Look what we do to people we don't trust. She waves her hand at the dragon at the bird.
this is different. We already had the upper hand in that situation.
But he hasn't done anything to show us, to lead us to mistrust him.
At a minimum,
Are you kidding? Did you see the way he was looking when he came out of that place? It was like a child who just peed in the wading pool.
Adam doesn't know if that's... Does the child look good or bad after that? Is that like a
Guilty.
secret
No,
in, or
no,
is it
they
Christmas?
yeah, it's sort of like he was up to something, and I wanted to find out what. I wanted to find out in the quickest way possible. And I also wanted the upper hand if I didn't like what we found.
So, a better course would have been to do that while everyone was there and just ask him.
We're going to have to find him.
Yes, we will. But I think it's best that he comes to us.
And what if they find him before we do?
Well, that's why we gotta hurry. He's got a lot of the things that we need, right? Whatever happened, but we gotta make sure we get him back.
We know how to get into the Shadow Plane. We know where the enemy temple is. We don't
Not
need
to
Widget.
mention he carries the bankroll.
He's got everything. We need to get him back.
Does he have this party's money?
Well, when this party left originally, they all had 100 gold pieces each, and he had like 88,000.
Okay.
So he was paying for a bunch of shit.
Yeah. Which he'll
I
then
think a lot
use
of the money.
to
I think
retrain.
I think a lot of the money. He has 8,000.
Something like that.
No, yeah, it's not that much.
So what are we doing to this bird? Are we also making it forget?
Yes.
Okay. So she starts casting on the bird. Maybe we should get rid of this aura.
Yes. Zyra will take off the items from the bird.
Okay.
And Zyra's gonna.
Are you
dispel-
chaotic?
Yeah.
Okay. Touching him makes you slow.
How
Cade will
long
take-
does that spell last? I think it lasts round.
Oh, rounds per level. Yeah, it's gone. It's gone by the time you guys. And then it's gone.
Yeah, the modified memory is real time.
Okay.
All right. Take its magics off.
Yep.
Hmm.
We'll try to crack its SR.
Take the wand.
Yeah. There's a wand of dispel magic, cast level 10 with. $18 charges left in it.
Yeah, boy.
Way to go.
You mark that down.
20?
SR?
Yeah, it's not
The giant owl doesn't have SR.
familiar SR?
Oh, yeah, the
Is that-
familiar SR. Sorry, my bad.
Was that a greater dispel magic wand?
Should have like really good SR.
Yeah, 11 plus cast level, something like that, or is it 5?
28 or something.
Let's have a look. Familiars. I think I know this animal. It looks very.
Unless it's like because the dragon levels don't provide familiar powers. Just the
The caster level does.
no,
Oh, I see what you mean.
only the Gestalt or only the extra classes on top of the dragon. Because dragons don't get familiar.
Yeah, unless you take a feed or something like that.
Puck should be better.
22 is the SR.
We'll roll a mythic point because this is the last of this, and then I have to mythic point the goddamn things
Yep.
out.
Yep. So roll a 2 or higher. There you go.
Yep.
So this bird is smart. And it was there and up to the same point. Gee.
Perfect. We're now going to loot the place and leave. We can come back later and talk.
Okay.
These guys are gonna heal over hours, right?
They're Noel.
The bird's gonna heal over the next hour. It's got 60 non-lethal.
He just goes.
Whack! Alright, so you do how much damage to it?
No, it's non-lethal. We'll do.
60 non-lethal.
Like 20 more non-lethal to it?
2d8
Okay.
plus 7.
Yeah, okay, so Kate kicks it in the head. Hey, Zeta.
Don't worry, just keeping it down. How about the dragon?
Let's go see what it has. I think it's time to roll up CR20 personal treasure.
It's a dragon.
Yeah.
Triple treasure or some nonsense. Quadruple treasure?
Yeah, let's see what this thing should have. So
Kate helps Mergovane put the mithril into the bag.
3,000 pounds of.
Yeah, you end up kind of piecing together 3,000 pounds of mithril. I don't think that fits in
Does that
the.
fit in the bag?
That won't go in the bag.
No.
Let's fit it. Why don't we go put it in the Grintharke's casket, and carry the casket out of here? I've got it all.
It's a lot of mithril.
Okay. The things the dragon had on it.
Do you need me to type?
No, actually, I'll type this up so I can share it on the screen.
Yes, Fox. The dragon bought Grintharke from the bank and was using it to force us to make certain we get the orb.
Basically, the dragon bought himself an ass whooping.
That is exactly what the dragon bought himself. Before, whooping the dragon's ass wouldn't have solved a problem, but suddenly whooping the dragon's ass had problem-solving powers.
Yep.
Because of the dragons out there, this is the only one that was actively being bullshitty to us. The fiendish, evil Uber Dragon wasn't messing with us.
Was that one the greater dispel magic?
No.
Was it regular dispel?
Yes. Cash level 10.
Okay. I'll
20
move that.
something charges. 18 charges.
18 charges. Wand of dispel magic.
Okay, it had a small pocket full of gemstones, inside of which are hovering magical writing that are the equivalent of scrolls.
Cool.
This is old dragony elven gem magic. So a scroll of see invisibility, caster level 10. A scroll of heal, caster level 11. And 2 scrolls of fly, caster level 10 apiece. It was wearing. The silver scale of the Budra-Zukir is an amulet. The primary power is +4 natural armor. The secondary power is a 30 resist fire. And Zyra said, "Oh, nice. This is the heart scale of the founder of, or of the patriarch of the Budra-Zukir."
What does hot scale mean?
The scales around the dragon's breast, where its heart is, are some of the thickest.
Ah.
Okay. The head slot of the dragon is called...
Fox. He wakes up completely naked with no memory of what happened.
He's a dragon. They're usually mostly naked.
It's like, oh, Grintharke's gone. I don't have my shit, and I'm over here. I wonder what happened.
He's gonna piece it together.
Oh, he's gonna throw a bunch of barrels of beer around and a couple of like a dirty dragon thong. Just to what happened? I don't know.
You were great. Like, dragon speak.
Okay, this thing is called the circlet of
Future Grizak.
Wyax of Varashi.
Okay.
First thing, it is a greater Hat of Disguise.
Rennie could use that.
Well, if we steal his thing that lets him be the ambassador, is it a disguise or was it an alter self item?
Greater Hat of Disguise is an alter self item.
Oh, okay. Is it have-
Greater Hat of Disguise of the Dragonborn, the Silver Dragonborn.
we could kill him and be the new ambassador.
It's also a circlet of persuasion. Okay, that is his head slot item. His headband slot is called The Grace and Wisdom of Terrazleen. Is a +4 enhancement bonus to Wisdom and a +4 enhancement bonus to Charisma item.
Ooh.
That's a good cleric item.
That's an Arlen item. Arlen's not.
We're gonna
Getting-
list the things that aren't happening.
Arlen's not getting it, but I mean, it'd be like, he knew that existed. He'd be a bitch for it.
Okay, a couple thousand gold pieces worth of spell components, and on the familiar, you find called the Familiar Jacket. Add a little coat. It must have a story. Yes, it is not the Terrazleen that you know of.
We have a guard saying Grintharke was here.
That's fucking funny. That's funny.
Well,
right
all
there.
this shit will be gone and Grintharke will be missing. So
Thanks for the good times. The blue! The blue! The blue! The blue! Fucks. Kill me.
What B shape allows you to turn into a tiny animal?
2, I think. Huge and tiny, I think, is it 2 or 3?
it's small is B shape 1, so tiny should be B shape.
And then it's diminutive. Yeah, tiny and
Yep.
large, and then diminutive and huge. Yeah.
Okay, this has on command B shape 2 into a tiny owl. Is the owl's crown.
Oh, and that applies to not just owls, right? That's like
That's just to anything.
that's really cool right there.
The Familiar Jacket is a +4 resistance item usable only by familiars. It is a vest slot.
Hey, I have a familiar. was like, okay, oh shit, it's useless.
Okay, that's what you find on the dragon. Actually, he has some diamonds that were tucked in his scales. You find 5 1,000 gold piece diamonds.
That is a good way to break up your diamond quantities.
He was a caster. Okay, that is the stuff that the dragon was wearing. And then the 3,000 pounds of mithril. Okay. That is probably not all that is here. Okay, so you take about 5-10 minutes to look over the things that you found, and where to next. Murdervein, I guess, shrinks back down.
We're gonna go north,
Okay.
because wherever he came out of is likely where the important stuff is. And wherever he teleports to.
Oh, there's a door over there.
What kind of floors are these, Marty?
These are hewn from the stone.
Okay, Earth Elemental.
All right. Grizak turns into Earth Elemental. You do find another area that looks like a storage area. A lot of the foodstuffs that were here have simply rotted away. You find what could have been at one point in time like foodstuff offerings, perhaps from the dwarves. A lot of this stuff looks ancient and sort of ruined and rooted through. There's a clear path that leads to another door, which is also open, which leads to a long, windy hallway. The secret door is open, and then to a natural hall, or a natural cavern that leads to the outside and kind of like the other end of the butte. So there's like an escape hatch.
Okay, so it was like valid yet different logic than what was being used to go. That's probably where the treasure is.
Yep.
Okay, we'll go back and go in a different direction.
There's a bunch of doors. Grizak's gonna hit this door.
You find another, like, near the secret door, you actually find another several permanent alarm spells. One on either side of the secret door.
Okay. Phase more spell here.
Dimension door. We'll spend, I guess, 2 dimensions doors to get through.
We'll
Actually, no. Grizak will swing
we'll
around.
come back south.
Grizak will just swim around them.
We've got other.
Oh yeah, Grizak basically scouts out by going into the wall and then gliding through. Yeah, the butte can be glided through Grizak, and you find the natural tunnel that leads out.
Okay, come back, talk to them, and we'll head back.
Okay, I seem to have lost the Grizak token. Where's the Schmizak?
No idea. What happened to you, Mr. Grizak?
Okay, there he is. This place is so big. Dungeon for dragons. It's like everything's so massive.
Yes.
All right, you go down this hall. The hall does twist and turn, kind of in a U shape. And then there's these massive doors. Murdervein is strong enough, with a little bit of help, to push them open. And you find a massive room that is filled with books and scrolls and tablets. There appears to be big paths through the swaths of books that are like just stacked upon themselves. Some of the ones near the bottom are rat and worm eaten. It's almost like there are mounds of books that have been forgotten and neglected There are fresher books and scrolls and things along the top, and a huge stone slab surface where there are many books piled high.
Will Mick make these things back or not?
It would take years to go through all of this, Zeta. Small army of scribes. Some of the books, she picks up one and it kind of like crumbles to dust, kind of.
Why don't you stop touching that? Maybe we can repair him before you do that.
I'm not sure. She goes over and flips over another book. It would take a long time to sift through here. But that's why we have magic.
Grizzlex, yeah, detect magic.
You guys begin looking through the library. The dragon wasn't a wizard. You do find maybe some more scrolls in here. Let's roll a random lot of scrolls. Get thee to the scrollery!
Make it a scroll.
Oh.
Well, he wasn't maintaining this place. He was also acting as the ambassador of the
He's a
the
bachelor.
protectorate.
His place is gonna be a piece of crap.
He's a bachelor. That's funny.
There's no other female silver dragons, so he's like,
There's
just let
none
himself
left.
go. He just let himself go.
Well, of his clan, and then many of the dragons were hunted down. Let's do a random generator of scrolls.
Dragon-sized PlayStation.
Okay, that's fine. Just a huge amount of pizza boxes. I resemble that comment. Okay, they had a strange number of druid scrolls. Weird.
Sweet.
Maybe you just couldn't use them. I'll copy and paste them to the sheet where we're adding things. So stuff from the library, and then who knows what lore has been pasted there, or has been deposited here and left to molder and rot. Okay, so you find a finger of the Druid Scroll, Finger of Death, Spell Staff, 2 Walls of Fire, a Repel Wood, a Masked Cat's Grace, and a Masked Owl's Wisdom, a Control Plants, and a Creeping Doom.
Sweet.
In another bundle of scrolls, you find Overland Flight, Plague Carrier, Interposing Hand, Transmute Mud to Rock, Orb of the Void, Heroic Invocation, and Hostile Juxtaposition Greater.
That's a good one.
The second bundle of Druid Scrolls found in a different corner of the room include Tarpool, Mass Atavism, Communal Airwalk, another Tarpool, Scouring Winds, Change Staff, and Reprobation. I don't know what half of these things do.
I know most of those, except for that last one.
So you find... What's Orb of the Void? I don't know. I went to this link and yanked a bunch of random stuff. So let's have a look at Orb of the Void. It kind of looks like a miniature version of Flaming Sphere, but that gives you negative levels as you roll it around into people.
Marty, can Grizak learn these spells, the non-core spells?
No, only the way that you learn them.
Okay.
Well, actually, yes, you can learn the spells by having sources. Yes.
So I can use the scrolls.
Okay. Continue to wander around.
Mm-hmm. What's that tunnel going north?
Yeah, there is a tunnel that goes north. and it leads to a massive shrine dedicated to. It's a temple. No, it is not.
Probably not dedicated to the Grizzak.
It's not
but
dedicated to the Grizzak. Oh.
You could consecrate it in the name of the Grizzak if that's how this storm guy does things.
I clicked on the thing that made everything minimize.
That button is a trap.
Yeah. Inside the shrine room is holy ground to Bahamut, the platinum dragon. There is a beautiful altar of and statue of the platinum dragon. No, it's not made from solid platinum, but there are minor gemstones and things in the room. Do you remember the kind of like the dragon kings from Dragonlance? Like they're kind of like part humanoid, part dragon. Well, yeah, this depiction of Bahamut sort of looks like a half human, half dragon, and it's holding the big slab of stone. It is a wondrous piece of art made by some or multiple craftsmen, and we will add a square to where the statue of Bahamut is. So it's the altar and statue of Bahamut. Those that have divine powers recognize lawful and good holy ground when you wander into this place. And
You mean terrible and not great? Oh,
yes,
okay.
yes. The dragon statue looks very judgy. There are some urns and piles of what look like fresh components that are spread out on the altar. And there is a single candle that, a taper that is radiating magic. Are you taking the priestly spell components and the taper?
That's an interesting question right there. Because it's like...
The size and height of the altar suggests that, and some of the offering bowls, that this place is not meant for, like, little folk.
I think we're leaving their lawful good relics and their lawful good shrine.
If they're relics, I'm taking that shit. But components and all that.
Okay.
Zyra isn't taking them.
Okay, Zeta's taking the spell components. I'm adding 3,000 gold pieces worth of spell components to your sheet. She kind of flies up to the altar and is like, "I'll take that. I'll take that." Are we sure we're leaving the magic candle behind? It's got evocation magic.
What does it do?
She has a look at it.
Like for prepping
It is one of
lawful
those
good
yeah.
domain candle things?
Yeah, it's not taper candle. It's called a candle of invocation. Aligned to lawful good.
They're expensive. They're super hard to create. Ooh. In addition, the burning a candle also allows the owner to cast a gate spell.
Yeah. It's pretty powerful. Let me add.
I think we're taking the candle.
It's pretty powerful.
Yep. Tricking alignments is also a thing that Use Magic Device can do.
Ashoka's running around with a fucking artifact effect store or something.
Alright, so I've added Candle of Invocation, lawful good, to the absconded horde, or the...
It will be hilarious when we gate something out there. You're like, you're not good. What the fuck is this? Oh no.
Alright,
I
you
don't
leave
like
this
killing
place and go
people.
to the next door, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
By the heaps and mounds and piney scent, there are hundreds of pounds of what look like pine trees and pine needles that create this massive bed. You do see a lot of scales, and even like
just for a second.
yep.
That motherfucker be tripping. That is a huge. That's a big bedroom, baby.
Yeah, it looks like there may have been places for many dragons to sleep, individual
Yeah.
piles and nests. You find not a lot of treasure in this room. You do find a few beds of silver coins. I don't know if you're stooping to like pick up the 100,000
I
silver
think with
coins.
our 3,000 pounds of mithril we have to deal with.
Yep.
We'll focus on the 3,000 pounds
Okay,
of mithril.
so I'm going to mark down that there is a 123,453 silver coins in this room that one of the beds is made out of. Kind of spread across the floor.
That's what the dragon can use to rebuild his hoard.
You find it an oversized bird cage for a huge creature made out of bronze. I don't know if you're. It's like a big
Zyra
arm
doesn't have any
with a
sixths
with a
left,
big
but
with a
if she
big
did, she'd
cage.
disintegrate the door,
The door to the cage.
but she doesn't have any sixths left, so she can't.
You also find, strangely, like a real person's bed. Like just sort of a big 4-poster bed.
Does it
It's like a kingly. It's like a kingly bed.
does it look like a dragon man sleeps in it?
It does look like there's a person like who's your survivalist? Grizak. Yeah, Grizak.
Grizak.
People have slept in this bed before. It's about due to change the cotton or the bedding material in the mattress.
Is it
E-
people or person?
Uh,
Do I find different hairs? So my survival's plus 24.
Oh, you Grizak, you're finding the scales from half a dozen dragons, and there's actually a pile of what look like broken dragon eggs in a corner, like already hatched dragon eggs. They seem to have kept they kept the eggs.
Do dragonbone have eggs? Or
I don't think so, Sazita. No, these are silver. These are silver dragon eggs.
this is very peculiar.
Grizak's picking up the scales.
Yeah. We'll say that you pick up I don't know, 2 D100s. You have 114 silver dragon scales.
Oh.
Like a whole clan of them once slept here, so there's scales here and there. Yeah, you think there's one person that sleeps in it. You see it's a little bit bold from a person sleeping on one side of the bed. There are signs that maybe long ago someone else slept on the other side.
There is most definitely half dragons from this clan.
Oh.
That came from this spot.
Yeah.
This is the bed of freaking dragon bone.
Dragon bow chicka wow wow. Is that what we're saying?
The bed of the dragon bone.
So that's how we get dragon-blooded sorcerers.
That's how you do it.
That's where it happens.
Opa.
It's where the magic. Oh, fuck.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It's where the magic happens, baby. Oh, fuck, stupid.
And now there's just pizza boxes lined up against that wall.
Yeah, it's this. You get the sense that this is a chamber that a mortal should never see. Like if you're not if you're not from this clan, you probably shouldn't be seeing their sleeping
Yeah.
quarters, and there's a distinct lack of like light
Laundry?
and heat. Like they don't have, you haven't seen anything to suggest they cook their food or that they need heat. It's big, it's airy, it's kind of.
Well, I think Zeta is going to try to remember this spot, because this spot would be probably pretty safe if we're being chased. As in, the dragon that's in here might be mad, but they'll probably be mad at whatever's following us more.
These
than
next
us.
two rooms, they're labeled clinic. Weird. These next two rooms, you get the sense that these dragons may have run at some point in time like a hospice or like a barrack. And you show signs of like old bandages and like basins and some surgeon equipment. Like they may have looked after sick and infirm. This is probably hundreds of years ago, as the furniture is like suffered greatly under the weight of time. The beddings are all moth eaten and kind of torn to rags. Any of the ointments or oils or things like that were once used have been long since claimed or simply evaporated. But you get the sense that at some point they did look after people.
Humanoids.
Yep.
Cool. Obviously, that a humanoid bed.
Yeah,
in their
beds
mouth.
small and large, and you doubt that dragons would have turned into humanoids just to be sick. There's a strange kind of cleaning chemical smell from these rooms, and you get the sense that death clings to them.
Well, there's one big chamber we haven't looked in yet. This is where we find out that
Two.
Grintharke is somewhere in the castle.
Okay, give me a
Perception.
a perception check, Renee.
Alright. We're going to explode ourselves.
This is
Agree
versus
to that
trap.
through the wall.
39.
Okay, Grizak encounters metal when he tries to go through the wall. Ahmed.
My bad.
Papa, papa, papa.
Let's get the get this pillow away from me. Probably not helping.
Yeah, it's good. It's all soft, isn't it?
Fuck you.
Oh yeah, it's fluffy and everything.
You realize the only time I think I was recognized at one of the cons that I went to was somebody came up to me and says, "Hey, you're the During Die guy." I'm like, "Yeah, you guys know who I am." It was yeah, you're the guy who DMs to the sleeping people.
That's probably at the beginning.
I'm like, yeah, my
Probably.
player is 3 hours difference. So like, that's funny, and he wander off. I'm like, oh, okay.
It's funny because I believe sleeping on stream is one of the things that's against the terms and conditions. I believe that.
I think if somebody nods off while playing a video game, I don't think it's a big deal. But
Yeah. Oh, it's supposed to keep people from like streaming for 40 hours straight or whatever.
right, or filming while they're sleeping.
Yeah.
Okay, what'd you get for your perception check?
39.
39. There is a trap upon this door.
There's this door has a problem.
We can just smash through the door.
No, that's that kind of problem. It's got the trap.
Kind of trap.
It is an obvious one. Like it was a little bit easier to see, almost like to warn it. There's a green rune with a giant green gem that will lance forth a ray of disintegration.
Oh, it'll make you go poof. Turn you to dust.
Dragon's
is
like,
it on the door
fuck's
specifically?
sakes.
Yeah, it's on the door specifically.
Grizak, do you have your little beam left?
Yeah, I haven't touched it yet. I still got a lot of boom for today.
Well, then, why don't we make our own door good 15 feet that way?
You got it.
Because you're making your own door with a disintegrate? Just to
Yep.
avoid the trap? Okay.
You say just to avoid the trap. I don't want to get disintegrated. I'm not dead. Those are horrible for undead.
You see, Grizzly's gonna stick his head through.
There's metal in the middle.
Oh, there's metal through around the walls.
Okay, so a 10 by 10 area of the wall disappears. Your disintegrate is just enough to eat through the small plating and kind of studs of metal that were kind of worked into the stone to protect the vault room.
Hey, there's our buddy.
Now, the vault room may have housed the treasures of multiple dragons.
That's a big vault.
You do see that now it's just sort of a mess of like old trunks and barrels and boxes, kind of like all kind of heaped up off to the side. They're all broken and look like they're empty. There might be the odd glint of a coin here and there, and relative to the size of the room, there's sort of a small heap of treasures, upon which there is a mithril sarcophagus.
Man, you son of a bitch, wake up.
Renee sees a bow beside the sarcophagus, and there are other items.
So just to this vault room is the size of the infield of like an Olympic track. You know where there's the
Yep.
the track where you run,
Yep.
and it's like 400 meters around the outside. This is about the size of the infield, a little bit smaller. It's huge.
This place is ginormous. Like a kingdom of silver dragons once lived here,
Yep.
effectively. is what
Renee's
it is.
gonna go and reacquaint himself with his bow.
Alright, so I'm gonna grab some items that Grintharke stole and put them on your sheets.
We're gonna wedge something up Grintharke's backside when we wake him up.
Alright.
Cowbell, so it rings when he moves around.
Curse him with bells. Where did I put this? Party pages. Doom loot. No. I have it somewhere. Where is Grintharke? Oh, items that survive the ages. Okay. What weapon does Zyra use?
Zyra,
Yeah.
He was a short sword or something.
Zyra
Like a
uses
weird
a bow?
stab. I thought she had a stabby weapon.
but at one point she had a long spear, and like second ed Pathfinder, Zyra had a rapier.
Okay.
Rapier, that's what I was thinking.
You find Grintharke's void glass dagger. This is the dagger that was made from the substance from beyond. It is a +1 acidic void glass dagger. It does 1d6 extra acid damage and 1d4 psychic damage per hit. You find something that should go to Evander Zane, commissioned and wielded by Sula Dragonslayer, and later various incarnations of the warrior, is a +3 Bane Dragon Sword. It is a sword of transformation. During daily preparation, the owner may change the shape of the sword to any weapon in the, I think, long blades or large blades, in the heavy blades
Category.
fighter group. Yep. This transformation lasts for 24 hours. Upon time, it reverts to a medium-sized longsword. You have to be proficient in the item that you're turning it into. Cade Aris. The slippers of Saint Vamaris are here. Worn by the Pelorian monk Vamaris, who became a saint post-mortis. They are slippers of spider climbing, constant water walk, and plus 10 competence bonus to stealth.
Ooh.
Grizak's old buddy is here. It's called Fire Newt. The personal weapon of Grizak, Storm Druid of Obed High, is a +2 flaming burst scimitar that gives you a +1 caster level and DC of fire descriptor spells and spell-like abilities. The sword must be held in one hand while casting to receive the benefit, or in hand to receive the benefit. This thing I think you got somewhere along the way in the second
this was
adventure.
The sword of what's her name's aunt, Zyra's aunt.
Yep. Renee, the oath bow of dragon slaying. A powerful dragon-slaying bow commissioned long ago by Sola Dragonslayer and used to slay Aetaparax the Black, and later used by the Dark Warrior named Renee to slay Aetaparax the Green. It is a +2 composite longbow that has the the Oath of Dragon Slaying power on it. And we've got everything listed there. Zita. The Ring of Arcane Might. A ring found in the hoard of Aetaparax and worn by Ziva the Sorceress of Terrazleen, inherited and now worn by Ziva's granddaughter Zita, or will be, acts as a ring of wizardry type 2. Nibbles. The Arctic Master's Ring. This weapon augment ring was found in the hoard of Aetaparax, upgraded by Renee and used by Nibbles and his companions. Treat the weapon as Frost and Icy Burst and grants the wielder 10 cold resist.
That still works for a big... Hey, we know another big lug that could be attached to.
Zyra also has a weapon augment ring called the Gloom Blade Ring. This magic was found in the hoard of Aetaparax and upgraded by Renee. It grants the wielder Blind Sight feat.
Blind Fight?
Blind Fight, yep. And grants an additional D6 sneak attack with the attached weapon. Now, these were the people that the items were taken from. Zita didn't even know that she had inherited her grandfather's ring.
Yep.
It just, Grintharke snatched it from Terrazleen, whereas Cade Aris, like, hey, those, you recognize your master's slippers?
Yeah. Nice.
Whereas Grintharke's dagger, you remember you fought those weird gargoyle things, and one of their leaders had this magical version of the Void Glass dagger. And then the Wormbade sword didn't belong to Evander yet. It was just something that I guess the Zane family would have used. So I'm going to erase people's names.
Okay. I'm gonna remove the items.
Well, I don't know if everyone's taking their thing back or not.
Cade's taking the slippers. Grizak's taking the sword.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Renee's... I will just on my sheet, I've got Renee's bow, struck through.
Yeah, just make sure it's the same text, though.
I'll cut it.
Yep.
That way I know it's the same.
And then there is a sarcophagus. I know the room is really big. The sarcophagus is really small. Did you just leave Grintharke behind? There is the silver, the mithril sarcophagus of the Grintharks. It radiates a strong transmutation. You know that a fey or elf-blooded creature placed inside the sarcophagus is affected by a temporal stasis spell. Only one creature can be affected at a time. The temporal stasis ends when the command word is spoken or a freedom of movement spell is cast upon the effect. Both Grizak and Zyra know, and I think Renee has been around for a long time. All three of you know the command word to open up Grintharke's box.
He's gonna ready to punch Grintharke in the face. Perhaps the testicles whichever end he's rolled curled up in here. Zero will say the command word to open the casket.
All right, you can open the casket and have a look at him. Like you could open it first before saying the command word. So you open the casket and you can see lying so peaceful and still.
Wake up, you son of a bitch!
All right,
he doesn't move.
One, two, three, the command word, and punch him in the balls. And
He's actually gonna slap him.
Wake up!
Okay. You guys have tried to slap him before in the temporal stasis. You know that he's pretty much indestructible, I believe, in this form. No force or effect can harm it. So you could. Grizak slaps him and he just doesn't move.
You never woke up from that.
I've been working on my timing.
Zyra's. So that's a Grintharke. Says Murgavain and Cade and Zeta all just sort of like watching.
Better be worth it.
Okay, Zira's gonna.
You say the command word. It's an Elvish. It's in Elven mixed with Sylvan. There is a glittering kind of star-filled thing.
And the second there's the miner's twitch.
Yeah. Alright, so you're punching him in the nuts. Wham! Are you doing ghoul touch on him?
No.
Well, elves are immune to the paralysis.
Yeah,
so.
move to the paralysis. I'm not giving him the
Come on.
Welcome back. Slap.
Okay, man, I deserve that one, man. A little bit.
That was a stupid fucking idea.
He springs up.
Idea.
Oh man, what's going on? It's so long. How long has it been? I don't know what's going on. What's going on? Oh, come on, give me some sugar. Give me some. He's like
Zyra will give him a hug.
Yeah, a big hug and kiss. Oh, Grizak, it smells so bad, man. It's like a long time.
Yeah, Grizak went in for a kiss too.
Bath, man. Gotta take a bath, man. Bath once in a while, man. Kind of stinkling, man. Yeah. Hey, where did all the treasure go?
You got sold to Silver
man,
Dragon.
No one owns me, man. That's impossible, man. You can't own a
You
Grintharke.
got sold to Silver Dragon.
Aw.
He's out there.
Silver Dragon, no, man, I got it all wrong. Gold. Gold Dragon, big gold dragon. Have you ever heard about the legendary
big
Orb
gold
of
dragon is still asleep, Grintharke.
Oh man, we didn't get the treasure, man. This didn't work out too well.
No, we did not get his treasure.
Lucky to be alive, buddy.
Oh yeah, man.
I needed my fucking bow. We were attacked by a shadow dragon.
Oh man, it was super green, man. The big man looked kind of growling at me, man. Look right behind you, big dragon right there, man. It's gonna. Hey.
I'm fairly certain there's no dragon behind me.
No, he's a fucking. Who's this guy? Oh, he kind of look like a Zeman.
So Grintharke.
Nimble's
no longer with us, buddy.
Oh man, you grown up, man. Fucking grow fast, man. How long has it been?
It's been like 200 years.
Oh man, I was overslept a little bit. I got a little tired. You bring me anything to eat?
Yeah, a lot of shit has happened, buddy.
Was it 200 years he was in here? I thought.
No, it was
I
more
think
like it was more like 100.
A decade.
Yeah.
A couple decades.
Oh no, it was a decade because it was the same amount of time as Zyra was in the petrification, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
200 years,
yeah.
man. That says a little bit, man.
Or maybe it was like 10 years. I don't remember.
Grintharke,
10 years, man. That's a long time difference, man.
did you willingly create simulacra of yourself?
Define willing me, man, because sometimes your magic and kind of goes a little wonky.
You were aware that you had simulacra.
Oh yeah, man. I think he's around here somewhere.
No, he's not.
Oh man, what happened?
I thought he was you. He was not you.
That's fucking funny, man. I'm glad that worked out.
I ended up a statue, and he was destroyed.
You don't look like a statue. You look kind of statuesque and working out a little bit or whatever. Kind of pinches your arm.
Zyra is actually weaker than her second-hand version of herself.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh man, Grintharke, why you so fucking stink so bad, man?
Oh, here, I'll
does he
wash
know?
up.
Does he know Cade? He doesn't know Cade.
No.
Who the fuck is that?
Yeah, who the fuck are you?
Grintharke, man, don't be like that. Don't be like that.
Oh, all right, sorry.
It's
I'm
alright. It's alright. That's okay.
I'm
You know,
Cade.
first impressions and all, it's kind of important. Kind of started on the.
Well, I was awake. You were asleep.
Oh yeah, man, I was kind of dreaming, man. It was weird stuff.
So
I'll tell you about it sometime. Did you bring me something to eat? Something to drink? Did you steal the dragon horde?
Yeah, I got something for you to eat right here.
Oh man, I'm not gonna fall for that again, man. He goes running around Renee. Oh man, you're still cool, man. You're still cool. You're so cool. Super cool.
I am still cold.
Yeah, super cool, man. Don't eat me, man. Did they know? Oh shit. Did they know? Did they know? Oh shit.
I don't know if they know.
Oh, it's good to be out, man. This is really good. Oh, here, you drop this.
Puts it away.
Zeta's like, what the fuck? How did you end up with my spell component pouch?
How good is sleight of hand?
Sleight of hand is plus 28.
So that's a pretty good sleight of
Yeah,
hand.
20,
you got there,
48.
buddy. That's stealing people's shit. Yep, that's what he's doing.
Is that it's a perception check or CMB?
Yep.
It's a perception check.
Oh, fuck.
Alright, man, so we're gonna kill some more dragons and take the step.
We need to prepare for Dragon War. Additionally, we have
Dragon War, man. That doesn't sound good.
Sorry.
Shadow War.
Oh,
We need
man,
to
the
get-
shadows are doing that thing again.
Yes, they are. We need to get back to the north to fight the Shadow Dragon.
Oh, remember that time we were in north and your snot kind of froze into your beard and you couldn't breathe? That was pretty funny, man. You remember
I
Nibbles?
don't have that problem anymore.
Hey, where's Nibbles?
Yeah,
was
Nibbles
told
died.
became tatted.
What? Nibbles died? Again? Did you bring him back?
No, I couldn't. He didn't want to come back.
Oh, what do you mean? He doesn't have a good job
He-
with you, man?
Apparently, he was trying to explain to me. Apparently, when he comes back a lot, he's not the same. A little weaker. His spirit just won't do it anymore. So,
Oh.
yeah.
No, man. That ain't man.
But don't worry, I replaced him. This is the new Nibbles. Call him Nibbles 2.
Oh, Nibbles.
not Nibbles 2.
Or call him Nibbles 2.
Nibbles too, man. Just his name.
I'm just kidding.
My name is Murgovane.
Oh, man.
Mulgrimir or something like that.
Megavan. Oh, man. Megavan, Pixel.
And you are the...
Oh, no, man. Don't be like that. I'm Grintharke, super blue.
We have use of a thief.
Oh, well, okay. We put it like that. Maybe I can pinch a little thing, little thing over
You
here.
will not be stealing from me.
Oh no, man, don't worry. I just wanted to get you guys all back together again, cause I don't like waking up without a party here. Not much of a party though. Where the fuck are we? It's been
We're
so
in
long.
an ancient den of silver dragons.
Huh?
That no longer exists.
Oh man, there's treasures behind.
Uh,
Hey, it's a silver coin. Hey, there's lots of silver coins. He's pretty fucking quick. He's got a move speed of 60.
oh. And Zero Chef foot races. Zero's move speed's 45.
Oh man. Alright, so there's no dragon skill. What's going on over here? He's moving towards the door.
The Grintharke, the door is trapped.
Oh, okay, we're going here. Oh, what's that? You said there were no fucking dragons. I see a dragon out here. Did you kill it? Did you kill it? Take its stuff?
No, we took its stuff, but only took away the memory. It is a good dragon.
Oh man. Oh, he looks kind of sad.
Yeah, 'cause he got fucked up. Look at that arrow sticking out of his face.
Yeah, got him right in the back of the head. Good shot. That was probably Renee, right? Because Mergaving's got a big ass sword. What the fuck do you do?
I'm just like, oh, well, I just stand in the front, keep them back. They can't hit me well.
Yeah, man. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Okay, so what are we doing?
We're gonna go and screw around with some shadows.
I think we need to leave.
Oh, man. Shadows are no
Dragon
fun.
his hat.
What hat, man? Did he have a crown? Did he have a gold?
We'll keep him the crown.
Did he have the jewels?
The disguising one.
Yep.
If he's supposed to just keep doing, if we're supposed to give him every incentive just to continue with his life,
He needs that piece.
He needs that one so that he can go back to work.
Yep.
After he wakes up.
But you're keeping all his other gear?
We're keeping the rest of his gear.
That's fucking awful.
Let's just do a quick.
Oh, man, those fucking dragons, man.
Let's just see what he's got here.
But,
Alright.
you didn't come into the dwarf place, man. Eh?
We had to go through the dwarf place. We have to get back there to pick up the two children.
One time we went there, they made a statue of gold, man. So I was thinking, if they could make a statue of gold, they could probably get lots of gold, and they're like dwarves are good crafters, right? Right, Mr. Kate? Mr. Kate?
He asked you a question, Kate.
What?
You don't wear too
He
much
asked
on you.
if the dwarves were good crafters and if they had lots of gold.
Oh, shitload of it.
Oh, man. So my plan worked, right? The biggest, baddest dragon.
No, well, Nibbles and I kind of ran into a snag first time we tried to get you.
Oh, man, what's going on?
We kind of got kicked out of the city for,
Well, no, I was there for that. Remember we pushed the statue over?
Oh, yeah. How the fuck did you get back into the coffin?
I know, man. I wasn't in a coffin yet.
Oh, weird.
Additionally, the people of Terrasleen was somewhat disappointed with the use of the tribute that you raised.
Oh, man, I thought the tribute was a solid idea, solid plan. See, I got you all here, just different dragon horde. Hey, another silver coin. Hey, another one.
We need to get going.
No, man, we didn't pick up all the silver yet.
You can pick it up. We gotta go.
We have a mighty pile of mid-troll.
Cool.
Alright, how much does this casket weigh?
The sarcophagus?
Sarcophagus?
300 pounds.
Oh, that's not too bad. We're gonna go. How much mithril can we stick in the sarcophagus?
A man's shape worth. So you could probably stick it all in the sarcophagus if you wanted.
We're gonna load the sarcophagus up.
Exactly what we're gonna do.
Oh, man, careful with that. Careful with that, man. It's my sleeping box, man.
Don't worry, it's getting filled with something very valuable.
Oh, okay. Just, alright. Okay.
So the circlet of Wex Verashi, I think, is being left behind.
Okay, just cross
There's
it
a
out.
There's a question. Oh, what was it?
Just cross it out.
Okay. The owl's crown allows him to bring his familiar places.
Oh, we're putting treasure back on our foes now? Is that what we're doing? What the fuck happened? Exactly. What the fuck happened?
He's an important politician.
Important politician? What the fuck cares about that, man?
The realm?
What realm? I don't even know where the fuck I am. Yeah.
We're outside the Twin Mouse House here.
Oh, man, what's up? We're not very far. The gold dragon node is up there, man. It's beautiful, man.
Yes, we are headed there next.
Grintharke's build. Peek at Grintharke. Grintharke is a barbarian urban 1, swashbuckler 10, Fey 2, which I believe is the half Fey template. His gestalt is rogue 11, Fey 2. Let's see. He's got a 29 dex. only 2 of which comes from enhancement. He's pretty good at melee, I guess. Plus 26, 21, 16 isn't too bad.
That's pretty good set of tackles.
Could also be ranged, because he's got finesse and range, so you could also throw his daggers. He carries a shit ton of them. Improved evasion with a plus 18 reflex save is not too bad. His resistance item is a little low. Racial, he's got DR 10 cold iron, resist cold 10 and electricity 10, and then he's got a lot of spell abilities, including feeble mind and confusion. His Fey abilities, he's got Vanish as per the ninja power, Camouflage, and Long Step. He basically gains ninja tricks as certain ninja tricks as he goes up every 4 levels. The one that I really like here is Long Step. Fey creature can teleport up to 10 feet per hit dice as a move action. You may use this once every D4 rounds.
I like.
Super. Basically, he's always going to be in a flank.
Yes.
His highest skills are Disable Traps, Jump, Sleight of Hand and Stealth. Feats. Oh, Rogue Talents, Trap Spotter, Bleeding Attack, Minor Magic, Major Magic, Improved Evasion. He's an Urban Barbarian, so you can Rage to push his dex up. Got a bunch of Swashbuckler powers, blah blah blah. Finesse, Point Blank Shot, Run, Weapon Focus Dagger, Slashing Grace Dagger, Weapon Specialization, Improved Critical Dagger, Precise Shot, Deadly Aim, Quick Shot, Quick Stow, Quicken Spell-like Ability, True Strike, and Arcane Strike. And Grintharke's Quicksilver Dagger is a +3 Mithril Dagger, and he carries just a whack ton of non-magical ones. He has some gear, including Boots of Striding, some Goggles of Dark Vision, the resistant item, Circle of Persuasion, a minor ring, minor cloak, handy haversack, and some stuff. So he could use gear as you pick it up, but that's a Grintharke basically.
Well, I think we got our Grintharke.
Got some gear.
We got some gear. My face is bleeding. That's okay. I think we teleport back to the dwarf hole. Pick up the star-crossed defectors and then teleport back to Terrace Lead. Job well done.
Okay, so Zeta's, we should probably fly back. Or teleport nearby. I'm not sure if they have one of those teleportation things.
Yes. We
Teleport to the road and then fly in through the window. Oh man, we're gonna go see the dwarves, man. That's fucking funny, man. That's fucking funny. When we tipped over the statue, man. Hey, man. Hey. Remember we tipped over the statue, man?
It's pretty funny.
Yeah, man. We just put all the grease all over the place and just sort of.
And you went to sleep for a while and we got kicked out of the city. It was pretty funny, actually.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. Pretty funny, man. They had to. What was it?
I'm just figuring out if so I think we might. Do we want the tiny owl headband?
Yeah.
It's pretty. I think it's a pretty fun treasure.
Goddamn good one.
Because you're not being a specific person, you're being that little owl, which is. Who the fuck knows what the little owl is?
If you hate somebody who's familiar, and it's a Murgovane or something like. Because that could be a tiny owl because he can with the natural spell cast spells in tiny owl form. So basically, you could be a tiny owl forever. It's on command. So.
Yep.
Then still in silent, so Zeta can cast spells still and silently. because she doesn't need vocal cords or fingers when she's
Yeah.
using still and silent, and it chew materials. She has all 3 feats to basically cast.
Yeah,
certain
they
spells.
would eat up higher level spells. What slot is the item?
I think it's a head and
It's
It's a head slot. So that may affect who wants it.
yeah. Well, if we don't have anybody who kind of wants it, then we might leave it.
Like a conditional item.
if
Oh
I
man,
was to
man, what are we doing? Put a treasure back on the people that we beat up? No,
No,
no.
we'll keep that one. It's the he needs the other one.
That's right, man. Don't worry. Get that back. He'll teach you how to do. He'll teach you how to do.
Missed you.
Oh, I missed you too, man. The little pinch. Yeah. He hugs you and pinches your butt.
yeah,
Oh,
Grizzo's going in for a 3-way hug.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, I got. Oh yeah.
He's stick, man. Kind of strange form of olfactory torture, man. Not good.
Grintharke, do not take my bow.
Oh man, no, you know what the plan was given some of our items, you guys find the items and you go like, oh man, this big fucking horde, Grintharke, you're awesome.
Do not take my bow.
Yeah man, no, that's cool, man. It's like Sula, the fucking creepy dragon guy. I remember that, man. That was pretty bad. Remember we went into the thing and we had to stay down there and then 2 cups, man. 2 cups, 1 ghost, man. It was fucking. It was fucking bad, man.
Fuck.
Oh, don't worry, man. Don't worry, Mugger. We'll make stories too, man. Don't worry. Super green.
I'm gonna take a look at the strength scores of the characters to see if we can actually carry all the stuff.
We can.
We could just use an ant haul and teleport out of here.
Oh man, yeah, just put it on the back like an ant, man. You ever seen ants, man? The strongest nature creatures. They just carry
The
things away.
problem is the dwarf
That's
has
right.
a giant chest as well.
Oh yeah, man. What? Big dwarven? Oh, you're holding out on me, man. You got a treasure, didn't you? I know you got treasure. Come on. Where's my share, man? Where's my share?
You're wondering where your share is?
Wait, which chest
Oh
are
yeah,
you
man.
talking about?
Fucking Brian, yeah. You didn't fucking come here. You wouldn't have any treasure.
Which chest are you talking about?
I don't know, man. The chest of treasure in it.
Grizak,
Yeah.
would you mind taking Grintharke and Mergavane, this chest, as well as... Sorry, I'm doing the mental math.
Teleport math, yeah.
The teleport math. Grizak can take 4.
Yep.
Mergavane with an ad haul can pick up the sarcophagus full of all the death roll.
Yep.
Renee, who is also strong, can, I think, pick up the
Yeah.
dwarf's silly chest.
Megavane, be careful with that, man. That's my sleeping bag, man.
The dwarf silly chest? What?
So the dwarfs, Renee could pick up the dwarf's chest if he had an ant haul. So do we have 2 ant hauls?
Have an ant hall commune already.
Okay, so if you give Mergavane and Renee ant hauls, then we can do all the teleports, and it will be 2 teleports.
Done. Everybody gets fucking ant hall.
Everybody, pick some shit up.
Why don't you just give it to the guys who need to carry the big things, so that they get longer durations? Because those communal spells split the duration.
Yeah. Let's see how long this one lasts. Maybe 20 minutes?
No, it should be hours.
Megavane.
Oh, for 7 people I meant.
if you, if you gave it to 7 people, it would be a couple hours each.
What, Grintharke? Be careful with my chest, man. That's my sleeping box.
2 hours per level, 26 hours. You get